Thanks again for the Prime. Thank you to everybody who's supported the stream so far. I hope you're enjoying. I'm really putting my effort into making this super watchable, enjoyable content of the particular style that I've got. And we're going to keep it going. Wrang of Fire 4 continues right now. We've got dauT taking on Tutu's Asylum and Aristocats. Game 1 is on Arabia. Let's go. Lord dauT. Yes. dauT is going to be in blue in the south, playing as the Mayans. We're going to change Aristocats to red here. So mods, before you start, there we go. Moving things around. So we'll have this will be our 3 colors here. This orange and red are pretty close too. We'll do Tutu's as green. And there we go. So dauT in the south in blue, playing as the Mayans. Aristocats in west in red, playing as the Magyars. And Tutu's Asylum in green in the northeast, playing as the Berbers. We're on Arabia. All game 1s in the round of 27 are on Arabia. And then winner picks the next map. A reminder that kings are ungarrisonable. They cannot be placed into buildings. They cannot go into rams or transport ships or anything. They have to stay loose. And that's not a rule. That's actually a data mod. Courtesy of Char42069 again. If you see Char around, make sure you thank her for all her hard work on the tournament. She's helping with me with the admin stuff and the data mods and the maps and everything.
We're boned.
You have no doubt he will win. I have no doubt that someone has made that joke before. Nah, you played great, Laurie. Nothing to be ashamed of. You literally sniped the 2K1 game. You did great. We should, so Alavid, just switch dauT and Aristocats since, yeah, thank you. Since red is, the left one is stuck as being red for today. Thanks, Alavid. Thanks, mods, for all your work. Ooh. All right. So as I recall, Tutu is like a 1200, I think, 12 or 1300. Someone correct me. Aristocats is around 2K, and dauT is dauT. He's one of the best in the world, if not the best. Has anyone lamed yet? Yes. Aristocats is going to try and steal Tutu's boar at the front of his base. I wonder if dauT will block. No. dauT's going to let this happen. Oh, Tutu's like a 1600. Well, sure he's not going to appreciate having his boar stolen. I wonder if what dauT is up to here. You think he's trying to block the boar, or he's just looking at it? I think he's just watching it happen. So the only restriction on civilization, guys, is hidden civ. No repeat civilizations within a set. So once a civilization is used, it can't be used again. So next, for the rest of the set, Mayans, Magyars, and Berbers are not available to any of the 3 players. So it's kind of like a ban. They're basically picks are global is how you would phrase it formally, but yeah. What is hidden civ? You don't know which civ your opponents are playing until the game loads in. And then it shows you in like the loading screen. So you can't be like sitting, you can't like go and Google your opponent's strat or whatever to see a game 1 without Mongols, right? No Mongols on Arabia here this time. I kind of like the Magyars pick. I have a feeling that's kind of foreshadowing some serious feudal aggression. At least I hope it is. And I have a feeling dauT might try and wall up and boom up and move out with plumes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So it's first to 2 victories. Premium civs from every civ is usable at Brick Wall. Every civ is usable. I tried to closely imitate the, like this is the whole point is that this is supposed to be a competitive alternative. So a different style of game that's supposed to be competitive. Like we've seen 1v1. When I originally did Wrang of Fire, we've seen 1v1s 1,000 times. I was like, let's throw one more high elo player in the mix. And then make it for actual decent amount of money. Like, it was crazy. The very first Wrang of Fire, it was just like, I was like, hey, I'm going to host a tournament for like $200. And then people just kept donating to it. I was just like, all right, they really want to see the pros play with these settings. So they donated enough to make it happen, and that's been the case the last year and now this year again. And this year, even though we raised half the money that we raised last year, we actually raised more if we disinclude the highest person's donations. Like if we include the person who donated the most last year, which was Lawler the Legend, then the community other than Lawler the Legend actually raised more money this year. So Lawler is awesome, and I still super appreciate everything he did for the tournament in my channel. So if you ever see him around, make sure you thank him. He supported a lot of AoE2 streamers. But I'm also really proud of my community for managing to kind of come together to support it this year a bit more. So thank you guys very much. You guys are the reason this tournament's happening. Because I couldn't afford a $2,500 tournament. So you guys are the reason it's happening, not me. Red's up to feudal. Blue's up to feudal. Is blue going to be up first? Blue and red are going to be up almost the same time. So Aristocats and dauT up at the same time. And Tutu's suffering a little bit from missing that boar. He's gone up on 24 pop. And a range going down right away from dauT. So it's going to be like straight archers, it looks like, from dauT. I wonder if I could convince... Imagine like an all-GL show match, though. Maybe I could convince like a Jordan... Imagine Jordan Viper dauT in a 1v1v1. I'd kill to see that. That'd be so much fun. Or Hera Leary Viper. It's supposed to be an Inception horn. Something like that. Jordan was hosting Wrang of Fire settings the other day. In support of Vinchester and someone, or was it Vinchester? Someone remind me of everyone he was supporting. He was hosting a tournament in support of some of the streamers that have been, some of the other players that have been kind of down on their luck lately. Jordan Viper Slam won't be in the final. No, there's no Viper, unfortunately, and Slam has been eliminated already. But we could see like ACCM dauT, ACCM dauT Repart in the semifinals if dauT wins this set. That'd be crazy. That's pretty good. Vinch, Yo, and Nikov. Thank you, Shamrior. And raised money for Classic Pro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, they were playing this setting. It was really cool to see that they're like actually enjoying the settings that we like invented as a community. Geo match would be a total troll, possibly. You never know. They might have fun playing it. I don't know. The settings are so much fun. Tato and dauT were killing it in the 2v2v2 the other day. Aristocats is in with the Magyar Scouts, though. Got to be careful. The king is loose. And we are at least going to get at least this. That Vill's going to go down for sure. There's a second one here that's going to be at risk. dauT brings the spear across. So we get one Vill for a scout. Not ideal. dauT's coming forwards with some archers. Going to start pressuring Aristocats' economy in a second. Green has set up a northern kingpen. What? Far away from the action. I kind of like it. Letting the two high elos poke at each other. Anyways, Jordan's awesome, and Tato and dauT have been awesome supporting the tournament, and the whole community is, we got rated by pretty much everyone the other day, so it's been really feels good, man. So thanks to everybody. Enough thanking, more casting. dauT has 2 more villagers than either of his opponents. Now, mine start with, like, 1 extra Vill, but the fact that he's been making armor and getting pressured and attacking and still coming out ahead in eco is a little nuts. Aristocat's going to clean up that forward from dauT, though. dauT's got 4 more archers banked up inside this range. Looks like we have fletching. Is there an expansion I can get where I get all the bonus civs? I can't say for sure. I would guess there might be a bundle on Steam. For the DLCs, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm one of those lucky privileged creator people, and I think AoE actually gave me all of the expansions for free as they came out. I'm pretty lucky like that. Stream of privileges. I don't have water. And dauT's moving out with more archers. That's a game-ending number of Magyar Scouts, but dauT's actually closed in now. He has a little potato-shaped base. So I don't think he's going to be able to break through. There could be like a weird hole somewhere on this hill, but I doubt it. Tutu's hits castle first behind all of the feudal action between dauT and Aristocats. And I'm wondering if we're going to make knights. Berbers get cheap knights. Or if we're just going to boom up and just not even bother. Do we get some monasteries down, grab some relics? What are we going to do here, Tutus? We got one knight in queue. All right. dauT pushing in with that archer mass we saw coming forwards earlier. Were there any rules on streaming? Ask your opponents before you start the game. If they say that they would prefer that you don't stream, then you have to stream on a delay. But basically, you're asking if you can stream live or not. They can't stop you from streaming, but they can request that you stream on a 2-minute delay, and you have to listen to that. Okay. Sorry for the question. Want to play custom snares? Downloads always crash. Let me think. Try reinstalling your game through Steam. Or at least verifying your files through Steam. If you're not on Steam, the Microsoft Store version kind of stinks. I'd recommend rebuying it on Steam. There's I don't think Capture Age works on the Microsoft version, so you should definitely switch. You're on Steam. Okay. And just try verifying and reinstalling. That should fall. In my situation, that solves most of the problems that I ever have. If dauT walked 6 tiles to the right, the game would end, guys. There's the end of the game. All dauT has to do is just die. Although I guess red would probably feed the king back. Red clicks up to Castle Age. dauT doesn't really want to dive. He's content with just kind of hitting that tower. He should hit the house, right? dauT's up to Castle Age, about to hit. Green is on their third TC going down. This is still technically open. We could wall that and have like super base. Find it ridiculous you can play against bonus system extensions. You cannot access them since you didn't get the bonus content. Yeah. Yeah. The DLCs are what's kind of like paying for the server maintenance and everything. As far as I'm paying the salaries of the people that work on the game, so it's hard for me to get too upset at their existence. I was definitely perturbed at the balance changes they introduced when they first brought all the new civilizations in. But they've all settled in my... The worst is the Gurjaras, in my opinion, and that will get fixed. That's not going to stay forever. Cassius, thank you very much. $1 million. Cassius 711. Thank you. $4.20. Thanks. Dude, much appreciated. Seriously, thank you very, very much. Aristocats hits Castle Age. So now all 3 players in Castle. We're going to go into Bodkin for our 3 skirmishers. These are going to be some beefy skirmishers with Bodkin. I guess it's nice for having Bodkin just for your town centers, as it'll prevent dives. Like if you get dived on your king, you definitely want Bodkin. dauT's going to come out and he's going to start pressuring Tutus, it looks like. Tutus is a streamer, a French streamer. I believe they also have a YouTube channel. Because if a mod knows their Twitch, I think it's just Tutus. Tutu's Asylum. Shout out Tutu. So if you want some French AoE content, you can head over to Tutu's stream. I believe that's Tutu. That is them, yep. And I think they may even have the game. They might have the point of view in their VOD. So if you want to see, if you're French and you want to watch French POV from Wrang of Fire, that's probably a really good option. dauT pushing in. Tutu's throwing down a choke. Trying to keep that king. I was gonna say trying to keep the king safe, but it's all the way up there. It's fine. More worried about losing too much eco. Tutu's actually has the fill lead right now, crazily enough. It's not quite pay to win. I'm a brick wall. It's definitely borderline, but it's not quite pay to win. All right, I'm going to do something. I'm going to look at the viewer count. Holy f. Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm closing that again. Gonna pretend I didn't see that. Why do we have two different monks? Wait, what? Oh, monk with relic. Ah, okay. Yo, Flemmy, how you doing? Flem, where were you? Why was there no Flem in this tournament? Cav archers from Aristocats have come to dauT's base. dauT's gonna need this castle to defend. You throw down a house or something, dauT. This could get bad here in a minute. Aristocats with the exact right amount of cav archers for king sniping. Which is 6. There were 6 here. Actually, I think there were 7, but that's close enough. I'm taking a bit of a hiatus. You're bummed to have missed this. Well, good news. You're coming in at the perfect time to be a watcher. Plus, if I have any more show matches, Flem, I can throw you in the mix for that. Less your high elo, Civ matchups won't be the reason why we noobs lose game. True, true, true. It's gonna be macro. So it's really tempting to start screaming about go up north, go up north, go up north. But like, this is what Aristocats sees. Aristocats has no idea where this king is. And it takes enough guts just to dive into the 2K's base and almost get sniped and killed. And he's gotten a few vills. He's disrupted dauT's eco a bit, but not enough. I think he was really going for the king snipe there. I think this is the first time I haven't seen a crab on the screen. Oh, let me fix that for you. Problem solved. All right. Whoa. I don't know if Tutu's is... guys, I don't think this is an actual 2v1. I think this is just like, hey, look, there's army here. That's what it looked like. Like, Tutu's reaction was like, oh, there's 2 things here. Red's adding another TC. All right, that's good to see. 1, 2, 3 TCs for red now. Green has very awkward shaped walls, but they're getting the job done. That's the most important thing. He's got like half the map walled off. If he goes all the way over here, it'd be crazy. He'll have like all of this gold and stuff walled in. Some stone walls here would be so worth it for Tutus right now. Really weak cav archers still roaming around dauT's base. And that king is still just like, it's just sitting right there. If you go the right direction, you might be able to get it. The problem is that I bet dauT has ballistics. Let's see if he has a university. Yeah, he has a university. But he has ballistics and bodkin and everything, so you have to know where the king is. Otherwise, you're just going to feed all your units and they'll die. So. And now we're going like 5 TCs. You're floating some gold, I think, maybe. That's not the worst call, in my opinion. Diving a castle does feel bad, yeah. Losing all your units just to, like, look around a base is just like, oh, what am I doing? But, I mean, if you get the king, the thing is it's almost always worth it because you get the king, the game ends, and you're probably not going to have a better shot of taking dauT out. I don't think so, at least. Maybe Tutus will if they boom up into enough camel archers. What's the title right now, mods? Oh, we got to fix that. I got it. I got it, mods. I got it. One moment. Quickly adjusting the Twitch. There we go. I am loving Green's base up north. I'm not crazy about chopping the wood, but I'm loving the base. I hope we add to it. We don't just aren't just satisfied with a single layer of walls like that. I guess we gotta got second one set up with the houses behind, like siege tower or petards. Ooh, I don't know if that's good or bad, having a cliff like that in your corner. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think I'd prefer this. Just for maneuvering purposes. Villain army check. Aristocats has 75 villagers, 14 cav archers. Tutu's Asylum has 130 vills and 23. Ooh, the camel archers are massing up, man. You gotta watch out for those. I wonder what wins, a plumed archer mass or a camel? I feel like the plumed archers with their extra pierce armor, right? dauT King running around the middle of nowhere. It's right there. It's fine. It's fine. Text research can be checked on the replay tech tree. Yes.
Lupo wants to say something, Grath.
All right. What is this bullshit? What is going on with the world? The world's getting warmer and warmer. Can someone bring my diesel-powered truck so I can make it warmer and then I can play baseball with this baseball bat? Lubov, I don't know why the fuck you're saying that right now, but go away. It'd be funny if there was a random panther in the corners. Okay, so but kings don't auto-aggro onto the king, or the lions don't auto-aggro. Like, they won't attack the kings, which is too bad. Chat, you think the king should be attacked by the lions, right? Cav archers and plumes in the center. 30. Oh, that's actually 30. No, it's only 20. Where are the other 10 plumes? Ah, stashing them back here. Okay. Kings don't attack kings because the lion is a king of the. It's the king of the jungle. I see green next to blue. Ooh. The camel archer's coming out, man. How close did we just get? Did Tutu see this? Hold on. We're going back. Tutu. Why? Why? It was right there. He just had to right-click the thing. Why? Why? You could have sniped a dauT, man. Man, you need a big base. You have to build a big base. It's Arabia or whatever, but you need the big base for exactly that reason, to keep sniping units out of range. Saved by the wall. He wasn't saved. They were right there. He could have easily just fired over the wall. He has 33 camel archers. Like, it's not nothing. I wonder why there's a tiny box at the gate right there. He literally had the king on his screen in his sights. He just had to right-click it. That's all he had to do. Might have clicked the wall by accident and then pulled out because he didn't want to lose his mass. But just had to hit the thing. 3 trebs kills castles very, very quickly, even when they're on a hill. This one's actually, that treb's actually on a hill, so that's probably helping quite a bit. The plume mass from dauT. Tutu's king is nowhere near this, though. If dauT, okay, here's the thing, though. If dauT pushes Tutu's here, it's gonna kill him. Because Aristocats is sitting back right now, banking res. How is Aristocats not imp yet? Okay, there it is. And then you go, what, recurve bow or paladin, Magyar, Hussar, something like that. You got options as the Magyars. Recurve bow, heavy cav archer with paladin in front, because you're going to have so much gold, and you're not taking fights against your opponents who are. You could probably get away with it. Green's king is safe. Red's king is, like, insanely safe. dauT's king is incredibly exposed and can literally just be sniped exactly the way it almost happened a second ago if Green were to, like, maneuver around these somehow. Yeah, we've been talking about the big kings mod or the king arrow pointer mod. Someone needs a king pointer mod or a big king mod, guys. There's definitely a market for it right now. The full castle. With the camel archers on top of that. All of those extra arrows. Yeah, we gotta take this fight. They're elite camel archers. It's... As long as we have thumb ring. I don't know if Tutu's has thumb ring. No, there's no way. That's missing thumb ring. Right? That doesn't seem fast enough to me. He might win the fight. He's gonna win the fight anyways. Lose the castle, but he'll win the fight. Red's coming in to hit dauT now. Don't forget, dauT's still kind of wide open. If Red sends some cav archers in, dauT will be in trouble. dauT desperately needs this push to happen. Like, he needs a snipe. He needs one of his opponents to die in order to win this fight. And here we go. Red's going to know exactly where that is. Red's going to know that that's wide open. And where are the cav archers? They're right there. They could be sent in at any moment to snipe that king. dauT's going to add another castle. Are they not able to garrison the kings? That's correct, Flammy. Ungarrisonable kings. So it's not just a rule. It's actually a data mod in the tournament. If you were, Flemmy, if you remember the King Snipe Cup I ran in the summer, it's the same settings as that. Actually, it's better settings than that because they also don't have a starting castle on this mode. Or extra res. So it's standard RM start. Isn't that a perfect setting for Goth? You would think that that would be a good option. But we haven't seen Goths. I think we saw Goths once so far. It used to be a much more common tactic in the free-for-alls, especially with the extra 10 pop space, right? The thing is, they die late game, and lots of these games go late. I feel like most civs will be able to take the Goths out late, because they'll go hand cannon Hussar or something, and then the Goths just die. Red needs some ranged units, and they need them right here. Where's the king? The king moved yet? No, it's still right in that little pen. There's been little to no pressure between red and green. Honestly, green hasn't attacked blue or red. They've only defended. They've only defended against dauT. They haven't gone and pressured green. They did try and snipe dauT at one point. Actually, I take that back. They did pressure dauT a little bit, but that pretty much directly led to green just like going in like, okay, I'm not dead. Leave me alone. All right, here we go. Where are these suckers going? Didn't we have Treason researched a minute ago? What's dauT gonna see? Oh, pardon me. What's dauT gonna see? dauT sees these coming. Yeah, that's not happening. What's green see? Green's got to know that that's there. So the way Treason works is it makes the tiles underneath the king at the time of Treason being researched visible for about 5 seconds. So let's say your king's sitting right here in this square. If it'll be, those squares will be revealed. So if you send your king like off over there, or you could set it in any of the directions, the opponent won't actually know unless they have like actual line of sight. Ooh, red's in the back of dauT's base. There's those cav archers still sniffing around. Maybe not for long with the castle wiping them out. Red snipes that forward treb, gains a forward castle position in the center. And it's like full Hussar here from the Magyar player. dauT is definitely in trouble. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to lose all of the plumes. And even if we don't, Aristocats doesn't care about the food as much as dauT will about losing the gold units. Ooh, some ugly pathing on that hill. That's 50 plumed archers stacked, by the way. That's 50. This is 50 plumed archers. There's 60 right here. That's insane. We're all set for a showdown in the middle. Green is also getting ready for a push, it looks like, actually. And here we go. Hussar's going to try to dive the treb. There's so many units on this section of the map right now. It's insane. dauT's fairly set up for the defense. He's got enough castles around his king. He might be okay with just microing them around. He's got halbs added. So he has halbs. That'll help deal with the Hussar. This needs to get closed. dauT needs this closed bad. He's done a good job hemming in. Oh, those Hustlers look like they were going for a raid, and dauT actually caught them with the plumes. Plume counter Hussar. They do when they're microed well and sitting on a hill in a tiny little clump, it looks like. Ooh, dauT maybe thinking about a snipe here, guys. dauT picks up Treason, and he looks like he's thinking about diving into Red's base. Red's actually closed, though. Like, he's going to have to come all the way over there. Where's dauT going? That kind of fell apart for dauT. He's falling back now. The Camel Archer's coming in. dauT's King is on the front of his base. Going for a run. Green can't locate it. Green's going to be forced back again with the giant elite Camel Archer Maz. That didn't really get anywhere, so dauT's kind of unpushable. He keeps taking really good fights against Red instead of the bad one he just took. Like, he needs good fights. He needs a good fight against. He needs one of these armies to die so he can push a little bit. Red at the back of dauT's base too. dauT aggressively getting 2v1 this game. And now we're seeing the issue with being the high elo player and then not being aggressive. Which is that once your opponents get to this point where they are popped out, then you're truly 2v1. Like, there's points where if you pressure both of your opponents equally, you can suppress them enough that it's like facing one other opponent. But once you get to this stage of the game where both your opponents are up around 200 pop, like, this is just, it's just so hard. Like, dauT basically, as a necessity, needs like 80 vills only. Like, the raids are actually sort of helping him because he's going to be able to get more army out. If he is able to get more army out, that is. But that's the only way he's going to hold. And that's just not tenable long-term, right? Because you're going to have less eco than either of the opponents. Yes, that's exactly right, I'm a brick wall, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to encourage, was the high elo player being forced into a situation where either like a double king snipe or taking out one of the opponents really aggressively is their best option. That was absolutely what we wanted in terms of like mixed elo matchups with these settings. The tournament is going so to plan, it's kind of crazy. Like, the settings are working so well. We're ahead on almost all of the games and sets. It's been really, really pleasure to run this tournament. I'm super lucky. Red continuing with the raids in the south. dauT gonna try to boom his way out. But, oh, the snipe. The snipe might get it done. dauT's going full YOLO with the snipe. This is not open, but it's in danger of being open. There's only 70 wood left on that tree. And the unfortified stone walls will actually get chewed up pretty quick with 50 plumes on the way. dauT's full send with his army. That, at the very least, is going to take pressure off his base from green and give him some room to push back against red. He's still got 45 of these. The Hussar are eating them, but not fast enough. Green, you need to stop chopping the wood over here. You're going to let dauT in with chopping. Does he go for the gate? He could go for the gate, too. He has to sit under the castle to shoot the gate, though. Extra kingpen going down for dauT. dauT, I'm guessing, was finally convinced by the other's kingpen that he's going to need one, too. He stacked those plumes pretty good. Green's king is definitely in danger at the moment. He's continuing to chop. dauT clears that up. He's got enough plumes here that he could probably still chew through the walls fairly quickly. He really needs to do it before red takes him out, because his eco has suffered. And how fast can he chew through this stone wall? Well, he's doing about 30 damage a shot, and there's 1,800 stone on that, so it's going to be a while. Plus, Tutu's has these camel archers coming back to help clear away the plumed archers. And the combination, yeah, it's going to clear that up. That's a bit unfortunate for dauT. He needed that to work. And it just about did. If he could have somehow got petards or like an onager or a trebuchet. I think even a trebuchet might have been, like a single trebuchet going through the base might not be the craziest thing right now. I'm actually serious too. I'm 100% serious. If you tried to sneak a treb like along the edge of the map, I think that might have a better chance. Don't look at me like that. That's exactly how Ganji got into the finals in the King Snipe Cup in Rangify, or pardon me, in the King Snipe Cup over the summer. dauT's Vills are definitely a little monk S. He's down at 70. But he does have, what, 5 TCs? Oh, 3. We believe. We believe. I mean, I think the plumes are pretty good for snipes, Septic. I think the plumes are pretty good for snipes because they'll take so much. And we saw, like, they did pretty good there. Like, if this had managed to break through, it wasn't that far-fetched that was going to work out. A plume to hold open the gate. Yeah, when the villagers were cycling the gate open, you might have been able to sneak a plume in there and hold it open, and then the game would have ended. Red's base is comparatively, I think, much tougher to push. Although we could, again, do like some sort of sneaky siege tower play, maybe. Maybe. At what point does Green decide that he needs to pressure Aristocats? I think late game as the Berbers. Camel Archers will kill anything the Magyar... Like, Hussar Camel Archers should kill almost anything the Magyar will make, right? I don't know how well recurve bow Cav Archers would do against Camel Archers. Green's got some Hussar raids that he's going to try and enact onto dauT. dauT's got Halbs in to clear that up. dauT needs that TC. He needs that TC legitimately. The meat grinder. Oh! So many dead Hussar. This is so satisfying. That was so satisfying. I don't think dauT's dead. I definitely think he's not in a great spot, but I don't think dauT's dead at all. The trapped Hussar. The Hussar are encased in the walls for all eternity. We put 3 Hussars inside the walls as a good luck charm. Yeah, red and green are like they're not hitting each other at all. This is totally just a 2v1 against dauT at the moment. Although to be fair, dauT has tried to kill green like 3 times. So it's not like, you know, green's been unprovoked. Red has half the map by just steadily adding and expanding. That's literally it. Oh, no! dauT's going to try and get it. Will dauT get a trebuchet with the Vills? Go, Vills, go! Go, Vills, go! No. I wanted it, though. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. There actually is still a meta that dauT should do. What dauT should not do is go, oh no, I'm dead. Damn, I'm gonna lose. And then resign. dauT should all in red. He should start ignoring green's army completely and just fire his army at red. Because if you're dauT, you'd way rather have the lower elo player with the win than the higher elo. Be 1 win away from moving on. For sure, right? So although he might not be able to win this particular game, which I won't count him completely out yet because he still has 25 plumes and 50 halbs. It is definitely difficult for him. But he should ignore green. He should attack red. Because again, if I'm dauT, I'd way rather green have a win. See, because this is another thing that I absolutely love about this format is you can give up a game strategically. We saw someone did that today, didn't they? Was it Ray? Ray strategically lost the game to force his opponent to work with him the next game. It was actually like a really, really like strong meta decision because he knew that he would need he would struggle the next game and likely get 2v1'd by the high elo. So it just the mind games. You got to be thinking like 2-3 games in advance. Like if you're dauT and you're losing game 1, then you have to think about game 4. Like you have to think, how am I going to win game 3 and game 4? And the answer is you're going to have to convince whoever wins the next game You're going to have to convince whoever loses this game to work against the player who wins this one. What is the new hat alarm that keeps going on periodically? Yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can figure it out for you. Red is sniping? They're definitely trying to raid. I don't know about sniping. His king is pretty safe. Ooh, you're talking about red trying to snipe. I see now. Good call out. Not going to get through, though. Not going to get through. It's interesting that red would go to try to snipe green. Aristocats must be feeling like he can kill dauT if he's trying to take green out of the game before dauT's dead. Like, he's got to feel like he's got this against dauT. Yeah, red's trying to snipe green. This is closed. Is that closed? I think those are touching. Like, even if we lose that house, I think it's still closed. Aristocats with Treason. Aristocats with a commanding lead in the game, quite frankly. As dauT's down to 30 bills, guys. He's still got 30 albs and 14 blooms. dauT's, I admire dauT not calling it. Like, I actually do. And with the way the mode is, I don't blame him. 1v1 Magyars have a tough time versus Berbers, yeah. Definitely would want the Berber player dead if they can get away with it. Like, and plus, the Berber player is in one of their strongest army compositions. I think red tried to click in to dauT's Kingpin. Anything can happen at any moment. I'm totally waiting for like one dauT trebuchet or something to appear in the corner. Okay, but if you're green and you just had red try and snipe you, right? Don't you go to dauT and say, dauT, let's 2v1 red. And not keep attacking dauT? Who apparently is on to elite eagles? What? dauT's going eagles? I guess because of the skirms from red. The corner TC was pretty great. I want the corner TC back. And don't go anywhere, guys. We got at least one more game. Possibly as many as 3 more games with this trio of players. And we will be casting this set. I'll have to see how long this set takes to get through to see if we'll have time for another one after. I'm hoping we do. But I have work tonight, so gotta go be a PA announcer for a hockey team after this. I got a full day today. The Eagles are going to do really good on the skirms here. How many? We have all the infantry upgrades. And Aristocat's gonna lose the skirms, I think. Delete, dauT, delete. dauT's slowly edging back into the game. Trying to find spaces to exist. He does still have wood if he can get, like, something going. He's going to win this fight against red. Absolutely crazy. He's going to win that fight, guys. He's pushing red back. Too bad he didn't get that down, because that would have really helped his eco recover. The extra town center's making it up. Green pressuring from the side. Why is green still hitting dauT? Honestly, I feel like green's misplaying here. Like, dauT's dead. You almost got sniped by red. Why are you hitting dauT still? dauT just calls the GG. And at this point, I don't blame him. At this point, he's dead. And he's kind of just, but I mean, and I also don't blame him for helping green. I mean, maybe green sees the Civ matchup and thinks he can take the Magyars. And thinks he can out-micro and outplay the 2K. Oh, he's on stand ground! He's on no attack! He's on no attack! No attack stance! He's just losing his army! Why? What a throw! Oh my goodness! Okay, somehow green still won that. What the heck, man? Paladin switched from Magyars, by the way. Magyars are into Paladin.
It's time to
No, it's not time to stop. It's the opposite of the time to stop. No, it's not. The Paladin switched from Aristocats. Couldn't do it. Because Tutu's Asylum's going to have to switch to Heavy Camel, I think, to counter that. He only has 17 elite Camel Archers, and that's not going to be enough, even with this Hussar shield. The alternative is to go for a dive, but Red's King is so secure right now. I'm pretty sure the Paladin are going to win this fight, guys. Yeah, Paladin sweeping through. This is... If he swaps to camels. If Tutu's swaps to camels. He doesn't have gold. Ooh, this game's over. This is it. Aristocats with the banked gold. What's the relic count? Like 3 relics for blue, 1 for Tutu's, none for Aristocats. Interesting. He's taking gold from somewhere. I don't know where Red's taking gold from. This seems unstoppable. Tutu's has a 30 pop deficit at the moment. Yep, 60 Paladin. Awfully hard to stop. He needs Heavy Camel. And he doesn't have the gold for Heavy Camel. And we are just going to watch. I think we're going to watch Tutu slowly get crushed by Paladin. The Berber could swap to halves. We lack the last infantry armor, but it's not horrible. You could do a halb swap. We have food and wood. So we could go halves, but we need to... You can't keep feeding and doing the same thing and losing. Tutus might be exhausted at this point. We've talked before about how the higher elo players have this insane stamina. Oh yeah, Berbers don't get halb.
Stop! He's already dead.
Berbers do not get halberdier. Green was blood hungry to kill dauT. dauT resigned, but Green is now sitting like a pleb. I think that if Green had gold, they would probably win the game from here. Because if Green had gold or trade or something, they'd be able to make Heavy Camel. But they don't, and Aristocats takes game 1. Berbers are very, very dependent on gold, guys. Berber has gold, might be one of the strongest civs in the game. A Berber with gold late game might be one of the stronger civs in the game. Maybe the strongest. The cheap knights and the Camel Archer combination is pretty deadly. That was just dauT resigning. No snipes this game.
Another one.
This is the first game of the tournament where I think we had 0 king snipes. Crazy. It's about time we had like a regular 1v1v1.
Another one.
And we are going to do another one. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to update the score and I'm going to load into the next game. Because I don't know how much time we got before I got to get out of here. I got like 3 hours-ish where I got to go to work. Like I have no choice but to go to work. Where are we? Let me find game 2 with dauT. Okay. Oh, you guys are going to like this. You guys are going to like this one. You guys are going to like this one. Because we got ourselves a Socotra game. And we got 2 polls picks. We got 2 polls picks on Socotra. All right, let me get the scoreboard set here. Alrighty. Game 2 of Aristocats versus Tutu's Asylum and dauT is right now here at Wrang of Fire 4.
Damn it.
And Aristocats going to be in the northwest in red, playing as the Portuguese. Tutu's Asylum in the east, playing as the Poles. dauT also going to be the Poles in blue in the south. We're on Socotra. We got to watch the opening seconds here really closely, because oftentimes players will go for the insta-lame. Yet another polarizing matchup. dauT's king is threatened. Ah, the king getting chased by the scout a little bit. Thank you, Septic. Really tried. Really tried to make this a competitive tournament. That was one of the complaints we had last year. People were like, ah, well, it's Wrang's tournament. You shouldn't take it too seriously. And I'm just like, when I saw that, I was like, I want my tournament taken seriously. I want it to have fun, unique, weird settings, but I want it to be taken seriously as an A-tier tournament. So really endeavored to do that this year. Great block by dauT. Gonna keep his boar. I expect him to send a Villa out immediately to take it. Well, he might try and time it up with that goat. We'll see. Guys, I am going to look at the viewer count again. We are still up at 200 viewers without any raids. Thank you very much, guys. I'm glad that I am giving you stuff you want to watch. That's what I want to do. Provide entertainment for people. Give them a way to forget about the day. That's my favorite thing. Dude, I quit cigarettes by playing Age of Empires 2. Pretty much. I quit vaping by playing Age of Empires 2. Quit nicotine with AoE2. I had like 6 months of just like absolute hell. And I watched garbage Netflix and I played AoE. That was what I did. And sweat. If you count out game 1 as a certain loss for the pro, but you can't count it out as a certain loss, GM Septic. We have had pros losing game 1 today.
It's still good. It's still good.
It's good.
Or we had a pro player win game 1 today and then win in 3 games. Thanks, guys. It's been 2 years? 3 years? Let's see, it's 2023. And I quit in 2019. So it's been 4 years. Holy crap. I think I've had 1 cigarette in that 4 years. I had 1 cigarette at my buddy's house one day, like 2 years in. I was like, if I can have a cigarette now and not start again, then I know I've quit. And I managed it. So that was stupid too. I shouldn't have done that either. But nicotine. If pro wins game 1, same story in game 2. It's less of a headache, just lose game. I mean, Septic, notably from last year, we had Song get 2v double Persian TC dropped. And he won 2 games in a row out of that. So we had, I think ACCM, was ACCM's 2 games? It's happened. Yeah. I wish I had the Song game up on YouTube. The double TC drop. That was pretty glorious. All right. Everything this year is going on YouTube, so it'll be archived. People go back and watch their games they played against pros for forever. Wrang is learning slowly. This is a surprisingly slow open. It's really looking like we're gonna have walls go up and people are gonna play this very passively. Red's getting this closed up. And everybody is summoning their internal clown. Red's going to have protected gold here all over the place and stone. These are some excellent walls from Red for map control. Green and blue are kind of close to each other. They got the short end of the stick. Red's got like a whole side of the map to themselves almost. And this was Aristocats' choice of map. So winner picks map. Aristocats went with Socotra and Portuguese. Dude, Emperor Alisson, thank you very much. And welcome. Polls, so double polls. I wonder what... Someone explained to me the rationale behind polls on Socotra, because we have seen it before. So what's the big deal with polls on Socotra? What am I missing? Faitoria, the tower defense? I don't want Faith. Don't even start talking about Faitorias. The regenerating bills? Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Well, yeah, and the fall. Like, the fall works is the obvious one, but I actually feel like fall works might be really awkward to set up on this map. But yeah, the faster, the automatic healing bills for sure, yep. Only reason for Portuguese, isn't it? Which? The, Vitorias? Mm-hmm. They do have, food-only upgrades at the blacksmith. Stone bonus is good here because Socotra is all about map control. That's true. Poles also get gold when they gather stone. So, might actually factor in quite a bit. I'm going to stop trying to jump around so much with the camera, all right? I'm sorry. Wrang's worked up. I'm kind of excited about this set. I was really looking forward to casting this set in particular. Who has food-only blacksmith? Portuguese, no? Oh, that's Spanish! Want to see me upset two entire countries? Hey, Spanish, Portuguese. What's the difference? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, everybody from Spain and Portugal. Rip grass. AoE zone. I'm sorry. I'm Canadian, okay? In Toronto, we have a taste of Portugal and a taste of Spain and a taste of Greece and everything. It's actually pretty great in the summer. There's just like a series of countries having food festivals in Toronto. It's kind of amazing. I'm gonna kill you. You sound like a North American. Yeah. Cancel culture coming for you now. Oh, these things happen. Wrang's been canceled several times. I have a talking. Have you met Lubov? What is there something controversial about Lubov? What's so is something controversial happened involving some sort of country, maybe in Europe or what? Am I inappropriate to have on screen these days? No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine, Lubov. You're fine. Nobody tell Lubov he doesn't read the news, okay?
You right to jail.
Green grabbing some more map control. And he's gonna have to fight a lion for it. And the lion goes down. Could be critical HP lost on that build too. It's gonna be awfully exposed for a while, and Red knows about it. Alright, well, his scout goes down. Red is double layer stone walling. I mean, why not? We've got stone, we've got gold, we've got more gold, we've got even more gold somehow. We have an insane amount of wood. Where's the king even? King's just chilling under the TC. We got like our full king pen. It's just a base. Green kind of going for the big walls as well, but not as secure yet. dauT's got some walls up, but his base is tiny and sad. I want it. Town center here, right? It's gonna touch gold, and wood. Town center here, right in the pocket. It's got to go right in the pocket, surely. dauT's gonna have the first relic of the game. There are relics inside Green's base, outside of Red's base, and another one in the center. And there's one over here outside Green's base too. Tutu's hit Castle Age and has opted to drop stables. Red base is pretty pimped by serious space issues. Yeah, so Socotra's kind of crazy in that map control, like space. I'm just going to call it space control, is so important because you're going to want to expand out, especially if you have full works, right? Like, look how much space these things take up. Like, if you want to drop more than 2 or 3 full works, you're going to have to be very efficient with your space, and you're going to have to expand out and take control of the map. For sure. One thing a bit unique on this Socotra spawn is we don't have one centralized hill. There's a hill between green and blue, and there's a hill between blue and red, and there's sort of a hill between, it's more like on green side than anything. There's this here, I guess. But there's no real big center hill like Socotra normally has. Fist, why do you like multigrath so much? I got no problem with it, but I do wonder why you like the multi. It's a pretty good redeem. That used to be considered one of the best redeems on the channel, but it's been around so long. PC touching wood Craigasm. Why isn't it here? This one's pretty good. You got like a full surround on the wood line. I like this castle on this hill. This is great. And I saw your compliment, Emperor Alisan. Thank you very much. I literally have been studying Mem. I took notes on Mem's casting, and then I watched one of my own casts that I posted on YouTube, and then I actually compared my notes between the two. So I've literally been studying to become. I spent more time trying to become a better caster now that I have trying to get better at AoE. Oh, I love Green's spot for his gig. When is Survivalists match? These memes are OP. I'm glad you're enjoying. What are we gonna punch? What are we gonna punch? What are we gonna punch? We gotta punch something. We're not punching it. There's nothing to punch. There's no thing to punch. Why is Walter so mad? Did dauT get every relic? He got 4. Where's the 5th one? Is it this one over here that he didn't get? Did Green get one? Where's that 4th relic gone? Is it I think it's inside Green's base in the north. Yeah, it's up there. The only reason he didn't get that one is because Green has it protected. Organ guns from Aristocats. And we're gonna go with mangonels to defend. You need redemption to convert the organ guns, which really tends to create problems for the defending player against an organ gun castle drop. More Mr. Burns memes. We used to have one. Is Survivalist going to continue the tournament? He won but said he won't be back before the 8th of March or something. I think we have to see if Survivalist moves on, and if he does, then I'll try and find a substitute that's around the same elo from the list of reserve players or players that have been knocked out. I think that's a reasonable way to handle that from an admin perspective. And then he can split the prize money with that person, and I'll figure out how that gets split myself. There's no arguing. What's your thought on Free For All Arena? I'm not a big fan of the closed-in maps with Free For All Z1 Scout. I like the more opened maps because we're trying to avoid kind of what's happening on this map. This going late. We like to encourage fuel aggression. Yo, Santa Driver, how you doing? Trying to encourage fuel aggression and make the games go by quicker, which is more entertaining. Like King Snipe attempts, way more fun. Feudal aggression, way more fun. Castle Age, early Castle Age aggression, super fun. Imp slugouts can be great. There's some of the best AoE is Imp slugouts, but you don't want that every game. Right now we've got 4 organ guns, and dauT has 1 mangonel in this Siege Workshop and a second one somewhere else. Oh, it's over here. It's loose. Mangoes do okay against organ guns. The combination of the monks and mangoes would do really good if we had redemption, but I don't think dauT will. He could be saving up for it. He has 500 gold in the bank, or this could be Imp. Could be saving for Imp. dauT with the eco lead. 72 Vils compared to 43 from Red and 62 from Tutu. Aristocats can afford to be aggressive. This is actually really strong meta play from Aristocats. Taking out dauT. Because, again, he would prefer, like, if you're Red, you definitely want the lower elo player to have a win if you have to give one up. So you go in and you try to pressure dauT and then turn around and try and take the other opponent out. Yep, dauT's up to Imp. Oh, he's 50% of the way there. He was saving for Imp. So then that was redemption that he was saving for? You're showing someone your funny channel point redeems? Go for it, man. That is what they're there for. Explosion. I'm particularly proud of the set of memes that I have. It's like there's lots of great memes and you can just make them pop up at random, but mine are all like reaction memes, so chat can like react to stuff happening as opposed to just random. There's a couple that are kind of non sequiturs, but still don't understand why red's on 1TC. Yeah, one thing that we've learned also, another thing we've learned from the free for all format: never 1TC ever, ever 1TC. Does not make sense. You have two opponents of eco. That's right. You're trying to power spike two opponents. It's not going to happen. Why? Because when you're in a free-for-all, you're going to have to take two people out in a row. So while you're attacking one person with your 1TC push, the other person is going to boom up. So you need to be able to replace your army. So if you go 1TC and then you lose your army, you're really, like, in a bad spot compared to if you lose your army. And also you have to consider that just because it's not like a regular 1v1 where just because you lose your army, you're going to instantly lose the game and it'll snowball against you. You might have time to recover if your opponent hits the other player instead.
We're gonna repair it using flex shot.
Mangoes from dauT are firing up the hill. The trebuchet is pushing down into dauT's base. Remember, there's not a lot of space to work with. If red manages to just push through a part of dauT's base, dauT's king will be at risk. It's right here. There's this. Once this town center's dead, that's actually a critical push. Critical push. And as the explosion clears, you'll see there's no town center there. So this space is now open to drop in. I mean, you get a trebuchet or even like a bombard cannon, something up here. Portuguese with the ballistics on their whatchamacallit, arquebus for their gunpowder units that gives them ballistics. The Fatorias make up for the lost eco. Oh, that could do it. That's a fast way to make up for the eco while you push one opponent that you don't have to micro, right? So then you can afford to push the APM to push one opponent and then add eco before the second one hits you. Okay, this is looking worse and worse for dauT. dauT's got a much improved king pen though, although it only has one escape route. This is the problem with that little walled-in section, is that you have nowhere to run. Green, conversely, has like two paths they can take if they need to, if they get cornered. Blue, like if dauT gets stuck here, he can't send his king anywhere. It's just a matter of time. So he needs to win this fight, and it looks like he's planning on it. He's gone Cavalier. The Cavalier should be able to close the distance between the organ guns fast enough to take them out, and here they come. Aristocats with a conversion's not going to be enough. He'd need like maybe 4 or 5 monks, and even then, I don't know that there's enough monks and organ guns to turn this in favor of Aristocats. All of the organ guns going down. Tutu's hits Imp while this is happening. Aristocats loses that trebuchet. And now dauT's just going to try and snowball this outwards. He's going to try and get that monastery repaired. Maybe move the monastery back. Yeah, he's on the path to do. He's already doing that. Good job. Good job, dauT. Yeah, ballista chop would be cool. Onagers are also an option here. Trebuchets can chop trees too, guys. Don't forget. Yeah, you can't hide your king on this map at all. Well, we do have one Fatoria down, but we need more like 3 more of them, I think, to make that kind of the way it's supposed to work. How are Green's upgrades? We'll go take a peek at Green after we watch this get cleared up. What do we got here? We don't have fletching. We do have knights. They're now cavaliers. We got +2/+2. Aristocats says he is mass cav to green. He's communicating to green. You can tell with the little symbols there. So that's between red and green only. Another Fatoria going down from Aristocats. Aristocats, I don't think you got an ally in green. You have one win. It's in the player's best interest for them to 2v1 you right now. Notice the peace and lack of buildup between red and green. I mean, that's true. They've not attacked each other at all. Tutu just doesn't want Aristocats to win. If they sense an opportunity for them to maybe snipe dauT's king while taking out Aristocats, they'll take it. But The best play for Tutus is probably to try and force a game 4 at this point. Because I don't think that they are going to win in a mirror versus one of the best in the world. I could be wrong, but... yeah, this is dauT's game to win. I agree, Z1 Scout. And this is what I'm talking about, the multiple game aggression, the multiple game strategy, guys. This is really, really a chess game across games and not just individual ones. This is a chess game across the entire set. The amount of strategizing you need is so much more than in a typical 1v1, where it's just beat the other guy. Like, you're worrying about what order you're going to win games in, almost, you know? Cavalier in. Red's going to quick wall that king at the back of their base, as dauT is now serious about this pressure. Red could lose everything in a moment, as he only has 2 Fatorias and 40 villagers as his economy. And no army. We got 1 Cavalier and like 3 monks, 6 more in queue. Not going to be enough to flip. Even if you got all 6 monks out, got all 8 conversions, you're still up against 43 Cavalier. So this is just inevitable death for Aristocats. Aristocats king is killed by dauT. Oh, it's threatened by dauT. No. Aristocats resigns.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are happening. That's okay. Things are gonna be okay.
Wipe yourself off, man.
You did. This is bad for green. Do I need to say it? This is bad for green. Green does have numbers, though, guys. 61 Cavalier versus dauT's 57. So green maybe could win the numbers game, plus dauT's taking this fight under the castle, but the Trebs are going to take the castle out. Green, he's got 40 farms, 1,200 gold. dauT's got about 37 farms, 1,900 gold. This is snowballing in favor of green, though. dauT could lose all of these trebuchets. Could game 2 go to Tutus here? Not looking great for dauT. dauT needs like a Halb swap. Or Obuks. Obuks do alright against Cavalier, don't they? If you mass them up. Obuks kill all, as far as I know. Ooh, dauT actually saved 3 of those trebs? What? That's crazy. I'm surprised that... I'm very surprised at that. They don't get help. Then they go Obuk. Obuk, or you just Cavalier spam forever. Problem is, dauT will lose that. Could Pike swear? You go Pike Obuk. Pike Obuk, I feel like would work. Or Obuk Cavalier. A ball of Arbs? Be hard to get to Arbs right now. But we do have a castle to make. That's why I'm saying Obuk, is we have a castle to make Obuks from. A green, I don't think they even had one yet. So they didn't even have that option. Now, though, now we've got 35 Cavalier. dauT only has 12 alive, and he needs to hold. He needs to make this fight go really well. Because he's actually 20 bills back and dropping. He's getting worse by the second. This is snowballing hard in favor of Tutus. And with nowhere to run, dauT might actually lose this one here. He's got half the pop of Tutus now. And if Tutus can get rid of this castle and this castle, I mean, even just this one, and dauT's eco won't be able to sustain itself anymore. And dauT calls GG. Tutus is going to take game 2. Tutus is going to take game 2, guys. And that pressure from Aristocats. Remember what I said? Aristocats is playing this really, really well. Aristocats, all they wanted to do, guys, was get dauT to not win this game. Ideally, they go in and they take dauT, and then they turn around and they can drop Victorias and attack green. But if they only get dauT, mission accomplished as far as Aristocats was concerned this game, because they just needed to force another game and take another chance. Because now you're in a situation where dauT has no wins. And you might even be able to convince the other low elo to team up against dauT before you guys attack each other. So this is an ideal situation for Aristocats and Tutus, and a horrible one for dauT. dauT with, what is it, 2,000 relic gold. 4 relics captured. Yeah, I didn't expect that to end this soon either. That was a really, really fast ending. Once one player goes down, you know it's just like a matter of time, because you know the 2 remaining players are going to smash into each other as quickly as they can. It's kind of amazing. To watch them fight over the scraps of the other person. Another game. This set has no king snipes yet. Holy crap. We're actually getting legit 1v1v1 play. This is even better. This is even better than the, like, king snipes are awesome and super exciting, but like watching games end because the kings don't get sniped, that to me, that speaks to the competitiveness of the setting. So I'm pretty excited. So we're gonna have game 3 in a moment. I need to run to the bathroom. I have to, I'll be as fast as I can and I'll be back with game 3, but give me like 30 seconds, 60 seconds. All right, guys? Check. All right. I went as quickly as I could. Okay, we're going to turn this down. We don't need the Rolling Stones right now. What we need is Grath running back on screen and then to load into game 3. That's what we need. As fast as I can reasonably manage. You're a man of culture, Grath. Oh yeah, you gotta have the stones sometimes. Let me find our next game here. That was the games I casted earlier. Where did it go? Arabia, Socotra. Now we are on Acropolis. We are heading to Acropolis. So Arabia's gone and Acropolis is gone, and we have had Hamburg. Yeah, Arabia and Acropolis. And Socotra was the other one. There we go. Open spectate with relay. Game 3 is loaded in. Capture Age is gonna crash, I bet, during this game. It did a weird message. We'll see though. dauT is blue. Aristocats is red. Tutu is green. Game 3 of dauT versus Aristocats and Tutu's Asylum is happening right now. And we are on Acropolis in the Northwest. Tutu's going to be playing as Mongols. I'm surprised we got to game 3 before we saw a Mongol pick. dauT is going to be in the East in blue, also as the Mongols, and Hindustanis for Aristocats in red in the Southwest. And a reminder, this is Tutu's pick. So Tutu won game 2, and they have picked Acropolis this time. Acropolis, you start off on this raised platform. Sometimes you can wall the edge of the map, sometimes you can't. dauT you definitely can, although it will be a little bit awkward. He is set up in a corner, though, so the potential to expand outwards and then have a really safe corner bases there. Red, I don't think red can quite close in their base. They might have to do like a potato base. And greens will be walled to the edge of the map. Red, though, I kind of like red's location the best. Red and green are closer together than blue is. dauT's going to have like a whole potential side of the map to himself here. If dauT held back after taking Aristocats out, Tutu wouldn't have full scent cap. Maybe, yeah. If dauT had waited a minute to get his eco back. Maybe. Or if he'd gone forwards and converted the Fatorias. Definitely had options. But regardless, we're here for game 3. Mongols, of course, they get faster gathering hunt. And where is there's usually there's like extra hunt on this map somewhere. Is there not? Am I crazy? Oh, it's forwards. That's right. There's some extra deer around the middle. That's what it is. Not a lot of extra hunt though. Looking at red's layout, man. Red's base is awkward. Red and green have awkward bases. Very awkward bases for red and green. I'm gonna predict scouts from dauT here. What do you guys think? Scouts? What do you guys think? Scouts? My gut's telling me scouts. We'll see. Where's dauT's wood line? All the way over here. He's going to take a proper wood line, but it's going to be like at the back side of his base. Can red even mill the berries? Yes. Yeah. Barely. Yo, AC47U, thank you very much for the prime. Thank you for turning me into a crab.
AC_47, you just drank the Wrang juice. Give me the Wrang juice.
That TTS was great. Thank you very much. You're watching on YouTube. Come over to Twitch. You can turn me into a crab every time you sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free and support the channel for free. Or whatever. It comes for free with your Amazon Prime. So. Alavid is YouTube's best friend. He always says hi to YouTube. Ridvic, that's a great question. It's a best of 4, which sounds like it makes no sense, but it actually does. It's a first to 2 victories. So the maximum number of games you can have is 4. So it's first to 2 victories. It's technically, it's not, someone would argue, people would argue about whether or not that counts as a best of 4. But to me, it's a 4-game set. So the easiest way of saying that people will understand is they play 4 games and whoever gets 2 victories wins. So you just say best of 4. I don't know. There should be a separate name maybe for free-for-all sets, but maybe we'll invent it if we run this format long enough. It is a best of 4. Someone was just like, yeah, but if you have 4 games, then someone could win 2 games, then someone else wins 2 games. And I'm just like, yeah, but it's really like first to 2. New hat. I think chat's just trying to make me change my hat every time I cast a different game. YouTube's just be like, man, this guy has so many hats. It's a 4-for-all. I like it, Tetracycline. I like it. What's the relics? So we got green with 1 off to their base, red with 1 off to the side of their base.
Emotional, damn it!
Whoa, dauT actually has 2 in front of his base, and then the 3rd one way back behind. So that's pretty sweet. dauT's in a really solid position. If this mode had Empire War start, don't even start. Actually, you know what? Red Bull Wololo 6. King Snipe Edition? Red Bull Wololo bracket, comma, exclamation mark, King Snipe? Wrang, did you figure out what this new hat alarm is that you keep hearing? Yeah, there's a channel point redeemed called a new hat, Dr. Tilburdaga, that people can set off that makes me switch my hat.
Another one.
That's why sometimes it goes, new hat! And then I switch my hats. It's an absolutely essential part of my stream. dauT is losing because they tried 2v1. Sort of. Pikes 86. Honestly, game 1, dauT was aggressive towards green, and then green kind of just never forgave him for that. So not really. I mean, you could say it was a 2v1, but it wasn't like they decided to do it. Like, actively. There was no in-game communication, hardly. Aristocats is going to be hitting Tutus here, which makes sense. Tutus is the biggest threat to Aristocats in the set, as they both have 1 victory so far. Green's king is all the way over, hiding in the corner. So nowhere near any of the feudal action that's going to happen. Gotta have some way of showing off the neat hat collection. I used to just wear a different hat every day, but I was sitting... Okay, so the actual origins of new hat, guys, is I was doing a thing called new redeem every stream. So I was trying to make it so that I had a new channel point redeem every stream, and I ran out of things. So I watched a friend of mine who has a brother that streams, and he has a hat redeem where he has to put on a goofy hat for the rest of the stream for a certain number of channel points. And I was just like, oh man, I could just like cycle through all my hats with new hat. So that's where it came from. I'll actually give him a shout out. I think that's... I don't know if they have a 1 in their name or not. I think it's just MD Strader. There you go. The guy I just shouted out is primarily like an Ocarina of Time randomizer streamer, but he does a few other variety games, and he's very, very chill. So if you want like a decent small streamer to watch that is an AoE2, I highly recommend that person. MD Strader is great. Red coming over and hitting dauT. dauT's king is right there. If Aristocats would dive, might have actually had a chance to snipe, but satisfying himself with poking dauT off of the Goldvilles. Go Steelers. I have a Buffalo Bills hat because my dad had a Buffalo Bills hat. All right. Wait, did someone send me the Buffalo Bills hat? Wait, did Aristocats send me the... I feel like someone from chat sent me the Buffalo Bills hat now. I don't remember now. Red, the game is right there, Aristocats. Just run to the northwest. This is what Red can see, though, guys. And you don't really want to send your units underneath a 2K's town center, because they're going to drop, you know, gates, houses, stand in your way with vills, and you'll just lose everything to a spearman in the town center fire. I still think it's... I think you should try. I think you should try. But okay. But also, maybe Aristocats doesn't want to try because they lose dauT, then they're in a 1v1 with Tutus, so I don't know. Lawler, how you doing? You slapped the crap out of that woodline, Lawler. It's, I don't think it's going to help the tree very much, though. Good to see you. Grass salutes in chat for Lawler, a legend around the community. Not just in name. And here we go again. Come on, Aristocats. Oh, I was going to say Snipe Green's king, but I forgot. Green's got this, like, snazzy kingpin going on. You too, my friend. I appreciate that, man. Hope the family's been good, man. You're a Scouse Steelers? Yo, Aristocats has been getting so much value out of these scouts. Like, actually... They've been getting so much value. They went to green, then they went to dauT, and now they've gone back to green with the scouts. Yo, you know what was crazy, guys? We had a game on this map earlier with Ray, who's like a 2.1k-ish, and he went forwards and he docked. And he actually ended up with an insane economy out of it. Even though there was only shorefish, he still had a really, really crazy... I think there's less shorefish on this one than there was on that one. I think he had 5 shorefish on his map spawn. Scouse is someone from Liverpool. Ah, okay. Yeah, I want to take a big tour around England one day. All of the UK in general too, actually. Like, I'd love to go see like go see Wales. And then of course, and then maybe go over to like Ireland and Scotland too. Just take a big tour of all the area around England. Trying to be sensitive to people who don't. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into English politics, but I'd love to go all over there. And then Germany's on my list. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. I had a point I was gonna make relevant to what was happening on screen. I forgot now. Against two guys with manga dice, fishing there should be useless. Red was very nervous about this location. They put a tower down. Aristocats is going to be the last Castle Age. dauT's got 2 TCs. So he's on 3 TCs. He's got 2 TCs down already. Green has 2 on the mainland and 1 all the way over here. And what's Red going to do? This is the 3rd game in a row. Aristocats was the last to Castle Age. You've been to Ireland to see castles and music? My last name is Ireland. When my parents went to Ireland for their honeymoon, no one there would let them sleep in the same hotel room because they didn't believe that they were actually married because they thought it was like a fake name that they were using. Meanwhile, they came back with a whole bunch of merch with all of our last name on everything. All the tourist stuff. It's actually my family. It's my family's like built-in like merchandise generator. My last name's Ireland. Oh God, doxing myself. This is surprisingly passive for a wide open map. Thank you for the follows, guys. We're coming up on 8,700. What are we at? 8,633, which is crazy to see. People not from England who don't identify as being from England. Is your first name Republic of? No, it's Doug. Like the cartoon. Okay, what are the chances these cav archers run directly into dauT's king and just snipe it? I put it at around 60% in climbing, 70%. Okay, drop into 40%. Now we're down to 20%. All right. He tried though. He tried. It looked concerning for a moment though, didn't it? dauT's got 1 relic. I just noticed that. You guys can see. I just noticed that. Your last name is Irish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Paulie B. So my dad went into one of the bars and they didn't believe him. He pulled out his ID and then everybody started buying him beer. This is recorded, Lawler. This is recorded. Camel from dauT to try and clean up the cavalry archers.
Parkour! Parkour! I'm right behind you, Andy! Come on! Yeah!
I made him jump in the water. These are Rex though, Lawler.
Well, we're boned.
I've been doing a mix of live games and Rex when possible. I want to make sure that I have like continuous content for people to. I don't have long gaps between games, ideally. Get me the Wrang juice. dauT literally just chased Aristocats away. It's kind of funny. Get away from me. Take a peek. Ooh, Green's coming in. Yo, Aristocats trying to snipe Green's king. Aristocats going for snipes on both players here. And he figured, okay, I can't snipe dauT. Maybe I can snipe Tutu's. And there is a $250 bounty for best king snipe of the tournament. Make sure you come back next Saturday and Sunday, because that's going to be the finals and semifinals of the tournament. And we're also going to vote on the best king snipe. Dr. Silver, dog, he figured it out. A Wrang juice related meme. I wish dauT fought harder on the Sokotra game or went to help. He might be regretting it too, Lawler. We'll see, because now the position that dauT's in is that neither of his opponents are going to want to kill dauT. dauT's the least desirable opponent. So his opponents are going to attack each other. And look, he's sitting back and he's booming up. So I really think that he's in the best position possible. How are we going to compile and review the snipes, Grath? I am going to just go through every game as I make the highlight reel and pick out the best ones. If you guys want to help me with that, try and clip any king snipe. And if your clip is the king snipes clip that I use, I'll see if I can get you a sub. Money should go to that hustler's family. You know what's funny is Red's running around trying to snipe green and blue. And it's kind of like, you know, in psychology when you're projecting, it's when you have a problem and then you see that problem in everyone around you, but it's actually you that has the problem. I think that's what Red's doing with the cavalry archers. He's like, hey, my king's really exposed. I would die to cavalry archers right now if they ran to my base. So I'm going to go around to the other players' bases and see if I can get my cavalry archers to snipe their king. There's also some kind of magic poetic justice about the Hindustani making cavalry archers against the Mongol. That just shouldn't happen. That just shouldn't be a thing. But here we are. Imagine if you had mods that could help clip all the kings. Nah, I don't have mods. I have Char 420 and Elavit. And sometimes Perchfin. I think there's some other ones, but they mostly hide. Actually, Sharper Guy. I can't forget Sharper Guy and Zizich either. There's a few of them guys. I stream for like 8 hours at a time. Yes. Look closely. Oh my god. Red walling green in. We gotta get the Vill over there first. Oh, there it is.
Let me in. Let me in.
Wow. So Red's gonna wall green in. Red's got green right where they want them. Yeah, so his king can't escape.
You right to jail. You
gotta go right around the wood, though. Does green have any kind of army? Green has 4 Mangadai. But we only have like 4 Cav Archers here, so maybe that's enough to break this up. This is great. You know the king is right there. He's ransoming Green's king.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
There you go, Chad. This is, you're not gonna see this in any other tournament for 2,500 bucks. This is right out of the MSN Gaming Zone days.
Nice.
This is straight out of 1999, 2000.
You right to jail.
Yo, this is actually a great town center. It's going to be able to eventually clear up the walls. Green should garrison and yeah, and just shoot at one of the walls. Don't think this is smart from Red, though. If Red walled larger... What is that walling in the other corner? That's his king. Red's got that one pinned in, too. So Red has both of the kings pinned down, although this is getting cleared away by Green. I mean, Green has a pretty considerable economy. Aristocats still somewhat a potato eco. We did add a second town center down here. We only have 1 Cav Archer, though. Red... If Red gets a king snipe this game, it's going to be one of the ones. The Walden King? Guys, this isn't some goofy, funny game. This is game 3 of what is basically the quarterfinals of a $2,500 tournament, you know? Like, this is a very serious matter. I love this mode, man. This is the best. Look at Blues. Look at dauT's wall. He's got the whole corner of the map. dauT's got like a pie slice more. Look at this map walling that dauT's got. This is insane. Okay, if we see a transport ship into a snipe, I'm gifting 3 subs, all right? If I see a transport ship of, I'll even go even lower than that. If I see a transport ship at any point, I will gift 3 subs, all right? If there's any transport ship.
Oh, that's hot.
3 subs per chat for any transport ship, all right? Don't let me forget about it. Can't lose select all TCs till he breaks out. Green's gonna clear away the walls that red put in the wall the king's in. Why transport? Transport some cavalry archers and go and try and snipe. It'll be easier than getting through these giant walls that dauT's building. You could build a siege tower. It's true. There's other options. But I'm just saying, if we see a transport. If we see a transport at any point. If I see a transport ship, I will gift subs. Red's going to build a kingpin down here. The great wall of dauT. The great wall of dauT here. You know how sometimes dauT builds dauT castles? Maybe he should build dauT walls instead. Red and green are in a castle off over. That's a lot of res. Wow. That's actually huge for Tutu's. This is actually huge for Tutu's Asylum. Ooh, the Hindustani camels are starting to pile up. He's got, yeah, they're Imperial camels too. Red. You need to pull back. Ooh, losing villagers. For no reason. Got to delete. Oh, thank God he deleted the castle foundation before that got hit. That would have died right away if that villager threw a single hammer throw. Looks like Aristocats might try to hold this open. dauT's got his own Mangadai to try to clear that up. Tutu's last to imp. I don't think it matters that much. That was very confusing. Great Wall of Mongolia. I don't know if I've ever seen ranged units surround melee units like that before. That was crazy. dauT gonna snag up some gold. Extra gold for dauT.
Emotional, damn it.
Suspenseful drums. Ooh, you gotta time those right. Is dauT going to have a dauT wall? No dauT wall, right? Surely he won't have a dauT wall. He's gonna lose some vills. I think you take this even if you're dauT. Like, you don't even bother. You're taking gold that your opponents can't have. Ooh, we got an attempt down here. Looks like dauT had a siege workshop he was trying to slap up. A mangonel would have been able to kill. Also, like an auger shop could do it. Green has a secondary kingpin, I think, planned out. Maybe planning on cycling that king away one day. Suspenseful drums. Which one? You mean this one? I got multiple suspenseful drums here. What do you mean? I got one more. I like those ones the most, but I almost never use them because they're so good. dauT's banking gold like a madman. Oh yeah, dauT's, what is he up to? 5,000 gold. I was gonna say 6,000 gold. He's at 5,000 gold already. He's not attacking or being attacked. Where's Tissue Paper Catnet? Tissue always wants cannon galleons. Could we see cannon galleon? All right, if we have a cannon galleon, if we have any water unit snipe a king, I'll give 10 subs. Someone say siege tower? Where? Siege tower here? Green 500 IQ making kingpins but doesn't realize spies. I don't see any siege tower. I mean, here would be nice if we can slap that up. But I think you could just make a mango or an onager and probably range the king there. Where I saw there's the Mangadai. Predict Green's king to run in the middle of the map and the galley kills him. That'd be great. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 snipe if dauT gets a kill with the war galley. Aristocats says, I want the golf. To Green. I want the golf. Tutu says, me too. Inception horn. Yo, MD Strader, how you doing? If I'll get one win, then first to second. Oh, yeah. dauT, careful. You're holding that gate open. I feel like the Imperial Camels are going to do all right against the Mangudai, but that's contingent on bad, or at least just like not good micro. Not even bad micro. This horde is the Inception horde. Oh, yeah, this one? Yeah, it's from Inception. Comes in handy frequently. Mangudai with the bonus damage versus Siege are going to eat that 400 gold and wood.
I'm in danger.
And that's a lot of value for 7 Mangudai to get. You know who's in danger? You know who's in danger is Aristocats. Because the Auditors are on their way, and they're going to chop. Aristocats is already running. dauT is going to have to read this. He gets Treason. He's going to see that the king is moving. dauT's got to come over to the left with the Mangudai. He's going to see the king over at the edge. Will he react? There's dauT reacting to the king moving. And 1 volley, 2 volleys. Aristocats is out of this game. And now it's Tutu's Asylum versus dauT here on Acropolis. Tutu's just a victim. Like, Tutu's is a win away. If Tutu's can kill one of the top 5 players in the world, then he'll be on to the semifinals and will have earned his way there, quite frankly. But it looks like he's going to be dealing with Drill Siege Onager. And he's making the right decision. He's immediately going forwards. The problem is, this attempt from dauT cost him almost nothing. He sent 2 Onagers and some Mangudai. All the Mangudai are alive. It literally hurt his army 0 to make this attempt at Aristocats. And Aristocats has played themselves out of the game. No, Tutus. Tutus is losing the Mangudai for no reason. Half of them aren't even firing. dauT is just eating them for breakfast. Tutus is distracted by sniping the vills. You don't need to snipe the vills, man. dauT has so much res. He doesn't care about 10 vills dying on this gold patch right now. And the Siege Onagers are creeping out. Now, in this particular location, we do have a bit of an advantage for Tutus. But there are Siege Onagers waiting. dauT is going to get some more Siege Workshops down on this side. A reminder, Green's King is safe way back in that corner. Now, when dauT researched Treason, he definitely could have seen Green's King too, but I really, really don't think he was looking for it. He almost certainly was fixated on getting Red's King out of the game. And that's a great call from dauT, because that's the high elo opponent that already had a win. So dauT is playing the meta perfectly.
Mangudai on this motherfucking tournament.
dauT is out of gold. What's the relic count here? Relic's he got 4 relics though, so he can continually produce Mangudai from 1 castle. dauT is out of gold? Nah. What, are you saying dauT should call it? No. No way he's at 1 scout. Nah, dauT's got this. Green, and if you're saying, well, why isn't Green calling the game? Green is not going to be in a better position to potentially win the game than he is right now. What Green needs is a way into dauT's base. Transport ship. And a way to snipe Vills. Or snipe the king. So he might need, like, petards. Can you transport petards? You can't transport petards, can you? Which, elo? Tutu is 1597, correct. Sorry, the elos are messed up on top of the screen. Tutu is a 1597 and dauT's 2.6k. He's like one of the best in the world. You can transport petards. What the fuck? How did I miss Red King getting sniffed? Lawler, you would not be surprised the number of people that come back and say, I looked away for 2 minutes. That's all it takes. This format is nuts.
It's still good. It's still good.
It's good.
I know.
Format is so good. My doggo is barking. 1 second.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Enough is enough! I have had it with these
Emotional,
motherfucking
damn it!
on this motherfucking
Stream.
another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
Hello?
Another
Yes?
one. Another one.
Sorry, guys.
Another
Wipe yourself off, man. Nice. You dead?
Chat entertained themselves while I was gone.
Nice.
That's okay. Things are gonna be
Well, we're boned.
Fix it.
Right away.
Holy crap, how many redeems just came in? Everybody calm down.
I'm about to bust. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the bathroom. Oh, good lord.
Oh, God.
Another one. And another.
Cat's popping off.
Another one.
I'm going to zoom in so it's less likely to crash.
Another one. And another one.
Well, we're boned.
Oh, God. Kill switch engage. There's so many another ones. I have no idea if my kill switch worked. All right, chat. I had to hit the magic button. I apologize. All right. Honestly, this is really annoying. Bye, chat. Goodbye. Don't come back. We're having fun. And I have a magic button that pauses it, all right? When chat calms down, maybe I'll let you have the memes back, all right? Damn it, Nisa Lobby! Damn it! Damn it! Can't you see we're trying to watch dauT slowly murder Tutu's Asylum? Damn it! God. All right. GG, we're going to game 4 here. dauT has a chance at redemption. Could still end up in the finals here, guys. And we're going to get another game set up in right now. Wait, do you want to look at stats first? Hold on. We'll look at the stats. I'm sure some people want to look at the KD, for instance, and look at dauT's 270 to 165 KD. That's insane. In a 2v1 and 3,500 relic gold on top of that. That's the second game in a row where dauT got 4 of the 5 relics. Don't let the high elos get the relics, guys. Do not do that. Missed all the onager shots due to this nonsense. Poor Vedwu.
New hat.
Vedwu, look, just for you, okay? The memes are off now, okay? And we'll watch the nice onager shots that dauT got, okay? Because they were game-ending onager shots. But also, you're watching a 1600 try to micro against the 2K, so... But just for you, we'll replay the spot with the onager shots, because I do feel bad that you wanted to watch and didn't get to see. There you go. There's one. The siege onagers are pretty sweet. Drill siege onager is always pretty fun to watch. But I don't want people to miss content. It's supposed to add to it, not ruin it. Here we go. There's a split from Tutu's. Tutu's getting to micro against the 2K a bit here. It's a rerun or what? Yeah, this is from the game we just watched, Scaveldra. We had someone saying they wanted to see the Onager shots, so because of the memes, we're covering it up. New hat. And there's the GG. No problem, Vedru. Well, no problem. I don't blame you. Okay. I know, guys, it's a delicate balance with the memes, but it does change rapidly. The memes are calibrated for 70 people, and there's 250 people here right now. So I'm working on setting a system up where I can push a button and it changes all the prices of all the memes for when viewer count goes up, but we're not there yet. Okay, I'm working on it. The stream's more complicated than you might imagine. However, you know what's not complicated is game 4 of a best of 4. Actually, I guess that's somewhat complicated too, but we're going to have game 4 of this set coming in just a second. What do we got here? dauT. Where is dauT? Where is my game 4 with dauT? I had a feeling, guys. I got to say. My gut was telling me. You can't even see me switching the hat. And game 4. Okay, chat. What map did dauT pick for game 4? Take a guess. What map do you think dauT picked for game 4? What map do you think dauT picked for game 4, Twitch chat? Socotra. No, we already had Socotra. It's Amazon Tunnel, Emperor Alazad. It's Amazon Tunnel. Oh, man. Let me get the colors set, and we'll transition in. It's time for a exciting conclusion of the round of 27 set between Aristocats, Tutu's Asylum, and dauT. And we are on Amazon Tunnel. In the west, Tutu's going to be playing as Teutons this time. dauT's going to be in the northeast, playing in blue as the Bohemians, and Aristocats in the south in red as the Khmer. WTF is an Amazon Tunnel? It's this. By the way, MD Strader, I don't know if you were here when I said it. I stole your hat, Redeem. That's why you got a shout out. Although mine's a little bit different. If I could recommend an upgrade, this is a solid upgrade, because then you don't have to wear the same hat the whole time. Someone else can make it. Oh, wait, but yours is like that too, isn't it? Where someone switches hats every time you do it. Guys, go check out MD Strader. If you want to force streamers to wear a hat, MD Strader is your place for hat-related streamer content. I'll give you another shout out, MD Strader. He's an Ocarina of Time randomizer streamer and some variety games. I've seen him playing Mario Party. It's just a chill spot to drop in. He's got really good audio quality, and he's really nice. Aristocats gonna cut in Castle Age, gonna be interesting. Why do you think that? Just because of the Khmer Ballista, Ellie? That'd be fun. Tutu's Asylum says, I think we are dead. Well, there's one thing I know about Aristocats. He's been around my tournament and my channel for forever. He knows to play to the meta. He watched Wrang of Fire 2, Wrang of Fire 3. I think he was in Wrang of Fire 3. I know he was in 2. He knows how this mode is. Won't the Canadian Space Agency be angry since you're wearing a NASA hat? No, we get on good with NASA. They're the ones who brought the Canadarm up and everything. Plus, Strader's got this great emote. Don't forget about this great emote. I actually use this. The eyes are what make that emote so great, by the way. It's a great emote. What if everyone runs out of resource and only kings remain? If that happens, don't worry about it. A king race. Yeah, if that happens, we'll have all the kings start on one side of the map, and then everybody has to right-click to the opposite side of the map, and we win based on who wins with pathing, all right? The ACCM versus Module game? It might be in my highlights. That was such a weird game, I might have actually saved that one. Oh! PogChamp. I actually remembered this. I said this earlier in the stream, but I had forgotten about this, and then I remembered it, and I forgot to mention it. I have all of Wrang of Fire 2's VODs saved on my computer. So I might be able to get all of Wrang of Fire 2 on YouTube. I don't have Wrang of Fire 3. I do not have Wrang of Fire 3, but I do have Wrang of Fire 2, guys. Okay? I do have Wrang of Fire 2.
Hey, sir.
That can't theoretically happen. There would be a last soldier standing unless someone deletes the soldier or they walk into a castle. Dr. Tilburg. Yeah, the last two soldiers are archers. They shoot each other at the same time. If that happens, I'll stick true to what I just said about the king race, all right? If that ever happens, we will have an actual king race, all right? And I'll devise a course. This has been a great tournament. Ah, man, I can't believe we're like a week away from it being over. It's been so much fun. 8-hour streams that feel like they're 2 hours long, you know? That's always a good sign. Like, I don't feel tired at all. I can feel it in my voice, but I don't physically feel it like I normally would. Green's coming forward, gonna try to wall. Aristocats has come out and is trying to wall in Tutu and dauT, and has actually managed to wall dauT into their base. Last time dauT did this, didn't he? When dauT was on Amazon Tunnel, didn't he come out and wall in his opponents? I seem to recall. I think I'm going to host a 2v2v2 this summer. This summer. We also might do like Wrang of Fire Heroes Edition, where we use like hero units instead of kings. So it'll be like Regicide, but with hero units or something. I don't know. That has only been thought about. It's not been really discussed or considered. But definitely the 2v2v2 is looking promising. So we'll definitely try another show match with that. So at the very least, we'll get one more show match with that format. And if that works good, then I'll set up for the tournament. You guys want to design maps, like free-for-all maps? Send me a DM on Discord, or maybe email would be easier. Better actually, because I have I have weird Discord settings for private messages, so I might not be able to receive your message. There is a suggestion, ask for or help Grath section in my Discord too. You guys are, if someone wants to volunteer time for map scripting for free-for-all tournaments, especially the 2v2 in the summer, post in there. 2v2v2 with kings. I'm a brick wall. The hero units thing is way less sure. The 2v2v2 is like, I'm like about 75 to 80% sure that I'm going to host that tournament in the summer now. Especially with this, the ungarrisonable kings. We need more of this in our life. It's going to be great. Not sure if the wall-in is in favor of Aristocats. I think it comes down to, are we going to be able to grab the relics with this? And if we are able to snatch the relics, we might be able to get use out of it. It depends what his strategy is. Right now, it looks like a Khmer FC type deal. We have just barely enough gold and exactly enough food. So, great little build here. Let's check the idle time on the Khmer player. Yeah, we got 1 Vil of idle time, which isn't bad considering we went forward and walled both of our opponents in. That's kind of nice. I think dauT is happy, though. As far as dauT's concerned, there's he's got 2 players. He's got like 1 player protecting him from the other, you know? Like green's not going to be able to come out and attack this without going through red now. So at most, dauT has to worry about a 1v1 right now. Oofney Slaller, yep. Especially with some of that patented dauT micro. The Oofneys. I mean, once he gets his eco set, you know, I would not want to be trying to, I'm serious. I would not want to be trying to out micro dauT. dauT knows all of the little tricks. That's how he gets away with being slightly lower APM than other people, because he knows all the tricks, not just his macro. Oofnies sounds so cute. I have a button for that. You want one as a pet? No, you don't. All right, we're upgrading to stone walls on Tutus over here. I don't think the Tuten player is going to be too upset about being walled in either. Like, you can just boom like crazy. Although you do have the possibility of Red deciding to push one of the two of you. dauT's first to castle, followed by Tutus. And Aristocats shortly thereafter. One Vil back. So we traded a Vil to wall in our opponents. Is it worth it? Well, what I want to see, yes, is a monastery go down right away. And then I want to see the relic start to get snatched up. There are 5 of them in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green got a little short-changed on the relic positioning here, as there's like 5 across the middle. And Aristocats has one in their corridor, and dauT has one just outside his corridor. Tutu's Asylum? More like Tuten Asylum. Lucana Kasaganakis. Good joke. Good joke. Crenellations versus Hoofnies. Ooh. If we see a now, Crenellation castles would be something on this map. Wrang, is this a VOD? This is a recorded game. So if you were watching dauT yesterday or the day before, you might have seen this. No spoilers, please. My moderators, be on your toes. I don't know the outcome, so I'm trying to cast it in an exciting manner. Also, I've watched the point of views of players playing this tournament. It's pretty good. It's nowhere near as good as... like, if you've never done it, you should. But it's not as good as having the game casted. It just isn't. Like, you don't have the dramatic irony because you're in the dark with the person that's playing and you don't see all the fights that are happening from the other two perspectives. You're literally missing like a third of the game when you only watch one person's perspective. That's why I had no problems with people streaming their point of view. Because you could be sitting there watching dauT and then have no idea why a thing's happening that happened. And you won't know until you come and watch the cast, so. As long as you keep discussion spoiler-free, that's fine. I don't appreciate. I appreciate the occasional call-outs too. If you know something is already happening that I'm missing, then you can call it out if you've seen it. Like, I won't be upset about that. Okay. But don't spoil it before it's happening, no matter what. It's better to not say something than to spoil. The time that person missed the king trap on Amazon Tunnel and said in chat they wouldn't understand it till he saw the VOD. Yeah, the person had no idea what happened in that game until they came and watched me. Like, they played in the game and they didn't know what happened. So I'm very much providing a service to the tournament players as much as I am giving you guys content. dauT manages to prevent that relic snag there. And he's going to come in and grab it himself. It's absolutely key that dauT's managed to break out and is snagging up the relics. Like, this should have been Red's. Red, as a consequence, will get 1 relic from the middle. 1. They might even lose access to this one the way this is looking. I am kind of upset about these walls, too. The walls really should have been around that relic. It looks like he'll get 3 at least, Lawler. Because these two are on their way, and that guy's heading right there with spears around him. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets that one as well. And then he can just push. And he doesn't even need... Again, we're going back to a situation where dauT will be in a position where he doesn't need his push to succeed. Although, Tutu's is booming, man. 4 TCs. And Tuten's with the cheaper farms, too, makes it really, really easy to catch up with the food production needed to get those town centers running efficiently. I'm actually going to take a peek at Tutu's idle TC time. He's got 2 minutes of idle time, actually. He's idling right now. Yeah, he needs, but this will kick in. This will kick in. It's already given him a significant eco advantage, so. Slightly late, but happy 420. There you go, Stiglitz. What up, Eastern Standard Time, fam? Survivalist setup is the best way to play this map. Refresh me, because what Survivalist did was kind of complete potato, if I recall. I recall him sending his king into his opponent's base and then getting trapped in. dauT being aggressive here. He did actually manage to get in through the open gate, but that's not going to last long against the Ram anyways. And dauT grabbing some eco with conversions. And that's vital economy for Aristocats. Aristocats needs every villager. And this is going to let dauT slap down a Siege Workshop right away and continue this crazy Siege Monk push. And Aristocats is reeling here, guys. And he's going to come out and fight the monks with Vils. I don't know about this. He needs to do something to stop this. But this, he's going to throw eco into his opponent's arms. Like, you're giving dauT your eco. You only have 40 villagers as it is. And now, look at all the Vils. dauT has 5 Vils here now. You can just send them to that gold and, like, take efficient gold there if he feels like it. Mick Ultra, was it you that made the tons of ballista elephants? That was pretty glorious. The boom into mass ballista ellies was pretty amazing. One nice thing about having all these Vils forward is now you have like extra repair Vils. Aristocats communicates to Tutu, says, he is killing me. So you attack him. Yeah, Green, if Green can push out ASAP, that would be ideal. He's going to need to get through a wall though, guys. dauT knows this. dauT knows he's on a clock. He doesn't know about the communication, though. Red only speaking to Green. dauT wants all relics. I don't blame him. Look how much it helped him last game, having those 4 relics, man. The significant boost to your economy. Yeah, Red should delete the walls for Green. That's a good call, Dame Liquor. Definitely should be deleting the walls so Green can push dauT. On both sides. Red is looking really dead. And if Red loses this game, guys, don't forget, they're out of the tournament. This is an elimination game. dauT is snagging up all of the relics. dauT will have all 5 relics. Will he be able to deny the castle with the mangonels? Careful, dauT. Gotta pull those back. This is going to keep Aristocats alive, quite frankly. The cool thing about this push, guys, is compare dauT's eco to Tutu's. Tutu's is Tootin', so they're going to move up. They're trapped in. But dauT's close enough that I would still take dauT's odds in a... If Aristocats suddenly cease to exist for some unspecified reason, then I'm pretty sure dauT could take this game from Tutu's. He's going to wall in Red! Or he's going to wall in Green. We've got the we got a triple layer wall here. It's going to be Green's walls, Red walls, and blue walls. Green is the most walled in player of all time. Yep, this is looking like a dauT win, Lawler. Pushing Red was such a good call by dauT. And then Red and Green not working together against dauT is such a bad call by them. By not teaming up against dauT, they've like guaranteed themselves a loss. I think Aristocats kind of like lost this for both of them with this play. I mean, maybe the plan was, I think if he'd done this and then somehow gone into ballista elephants and chopped through, then it would make sense. But the way it's gone has not been great for Aristocats. They all want to keep Green safe from the other one, yeah. Red went for too much space, yeah, maybe. That mangonel just fired sideways. Mangonel fired sideways, you see that? Red seriously didn't delete the walls, no. Red told Green to push, but then didn't delete the walls. Green was probably just like...
Bruh.
Never a good sign when you're fighting Siege with Vils, but I think it's actually going to work for Aristocats here. Who hits Imp? What? Where did that come from? Those Khmer farms, man. Is he gonna treb dauT down? He can't treb dauT down. dauT will get a mango or spears or something. dauT, you do not need a third talent. Your third Siege Workshop. Your first 2 aren't doing shit. Why are you making a third one? What is this Siege Workshop? Wait, how many? What are you gonna make? This one. Let's get this one. What do you need this one for? I don't understand. How many siege workshops do you need? dauT just flexing? He's gonna make all of the mangoes. He literally isn't making anything from them. All right, bombards. Okay, bombards. All right. All right, bombards. Okay. But only one of them. He doesn't have enough wood. Gee, I wonder why he doesn't have enough wood. I wonder what thing is happening that prevents dauT from having 200 wood. Chance for Tutu to would be an honor cut snipe in the next 10 minutes. Oh, that's true. Maybe. dauT honor cutting from Red's base? That would be interesting, but it looks like Aristocats is planning on, or pardon me, Tutu is planning on going over the dauT's base through the north. dauT's gonna lose this castle, interestingly enough. He could maybe get the bombards over there to snipe that treb. I mean, Tutu has to cut right to dauT's base. He can't stop, can't pass go. dauT is also dauT. dauT is also expecting this. Whoa, the bird. There we go. Oh, dauT can totally see this, by the way. This is dauT's point of view. I don't think that's gonna work. Can someone tell me what the opposite of sneaky is? Blatant? Obvious? We have this obvious from Tutus here. Tutus with the obvious here. This, because it's not a sneak, it's an obvious. Siege tower and Teutonic Knights. That'd be cool. I'd be down. Cavalier might do it. Cavalier and Siege Ram or Bombards, or maybe just the Onagers. Is there any wood in this at all? Nope, no wood. Can't cut through wood to get to it. Hoofniece is in for dauT. He's going to start pressuring this castle here. Why do players not cut along the edge of the map to stay protected? Oh, we've seen that. Survivalist tried that in his game, and he still got found out, unfortunately. Is dauT using the TC as a wall? No. Ooh, no, that's a gate. That's a gate. That's a gate. dauT overcommitting towards right. I disagree. dauT is not in a losing position towards the Teuton player yet. It's not going to be great when it happens, but he's already got this stone walled, so that'll buy him enough time to react. And he's already got Halberdier. So I think really he just needs to not take forever to kill Aristocats. I actually think he should all in even more. He should full send Halbs to Aristocats right now. And just Halbs, because eventually if he just does that willy-nilly, he'll just snipe the king as a matter of consequence. Aristocats is on his last legs right now, guys. He's down at 90. Oh, what? He's at 93 vills? Wait. Oh, there's so many vills over here. Aristocats asks dauT, are you attacking him? The Hoofniece are picking off the Onagers. This is closed, I think. Yeah, that's closed. Tutu's not going to get in. He'd have to go all the way up here, and then dauT would have that down by the time he got to it. We're full diving the cat. Remember what I said about dauT needing to hurry up and kill this king? Well, there it is. dauT is diving with the Halbs. We need even more of them, to be honest. Ooh, Hoofniece exposed. We do have a Halb and some hand cannons to try to save them. They will go down. He loses one Hoofniece, but dauT continues his push here in the south. dauT with Treason. Red's going to move that king. Sometimes Treason's good just to flush the king out. You'll know your opponent has it at the back of the base. And Aristocats is going full send with the villagers. He's going to try to fight the Hoofniece with the vills. He's trying to buy Tutus as much time as possible here, I think. He takes down some siege with... How many hoofdies are gonna die to Vils? This is nuts. The Vils are fighting the hoofdies. And Aristocats just lost about 60 villagers. And I think he killed 2 or 3 of the hoofdies. It's just a matter of time now. The king's over here. Aristocats calls a GG and ends it before his king goes down. And the only set of the tournament without a king snipe continues. This is the only set we've had without king sniping, guys. Every single game we've yet to have a king go down in this set. It's the only one we've had of this tournament. We're being treated to just genuinely solid AoE. Really good 1v1v1. This is what we wanted, man. Even better if you never get the regicide, but it forces players to play a certain way. That's like even better, I think. Because that's leading towards really competitive play. Didn't dauT kill a game in game? Oh, that's right. Thanks, guys. He sniped the king with Mangadai last game. I forgot. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Wrath potato. Oh my god. Red never deleted the walls. Tutu gets no help from Aristocats at all this game. None at all. The thing about Tutu Paladins, guys, is they got 2+7 melee armor. 7 melee armor. Halberdier do what? So they'll do 10 base damage plus I think they do 14 bonus damage, right? So they're doing roughly like 16 a hit on the Paladin. The Puff Paladin are doing 18 a hit. So even numbers, the Paladin will win against the Halbs, but the Halbs are food and wood versus gold. So it's not really sustainable long-term for the Tutu. That being said, you know, there is a bunch of gold left in Red's base. So I think the first player, but there is, I guess there's a lot of, dauT's already got it walled off. Never mind. Smart plays by dauT, who is going to lose some hoof knees here. And dauT is just going to play the long game here against the Tutu now. And he just needs to slowly wear away at the Tutu's eco. Hand cannon with the Paladins. Yep. 100% agree. And then you have to be careful because the Hoofnees will snipe the hand cannons. So Crenellation's castles could be a thing. There is stone in the center here that green's going to take. Crenellations will outrange the Hoofnees, right? Ooh, dauT has 5 relics. Yeah, he did get all 5 relics. Ooh, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I'm wondering when we're going to see some of that patented Tutu siege. I wonder if the Tutu bombard cannons with the extra armor, if there's any potential there. They get, what the heck's it called? What's it called? Siege Workshop? Siege Engineers? Not Siege Engineer. What's the Tutu tech called? Needs to kill those red walls, yeah. What's the Tutu Castle tech called, guys? Ooh, he decides to delete. That's probably a good call, but he's rebuilding it in possibly even worse location, to be honest. Ironclad, thank you. It gives extra armor to their siege. We do have Siege Onager. I wonder if this is going to turn it. We're down to 6 Paladin, and the Hoofnees definitely are going to counter the Siege Onager with their much superior range. Okay, Crenellation's castles. Crenellation's castles! PogChamp. And now dauT is going to need rams. Ooh, big Siege Onager hit there. Could get one on the Hoofnees. Wow, big shots from Tutu there. Absolutely clutch hits from that Siege Onager. This is crazy. Trebs still do the job versus Crenellations. Yeah, dauT could switch to Trebs. Yep. You'll need the extra range. And then you'll have to be careful microing. Can Tutus make this work? We get some tasty Siege Onager shots here. Teutonic Knights? Yeah. Yeah, where's the Teutonic Knights against this number of halves? Wait a minute. Well, but then the Bohemian just goes hand cannons. I think that's why dauT's even prepping those. No, you go Halb, right? You go Halb? You go Halb. You have extra melee on your Halb too, don't you? dauT's out of gold, or Tutus is out of gold. dauT's got 2k gold in the bank. Albadier's coming out here for Tutus. Lightcav gonna try and swoop in to snipe the Hoofnies and the Treb. Onager's creeping around the side. Yeah, he's gonna snipe the Treb. Needs to get the Treb. You can almost deal with everything. No, get the Treb! It ranges your castle! Arg. Okay, well, the Siege Onager might get the... Nope. What the crap? He'll get the Hoofnies, but he needs the Treb to die. It's killing his castle. We'll send the Halbs. More ranges forwards for dauT. That's to get more hand cannons out faster. Hand cannons have... I feel like the hand cannons, whenever I make them, they just have such a long creation time. 2 or 3 Teutonic Knights. Yeah, like, really. You already have all the infantry upgrades. Like, even just, like, 3 Teutonic Knights will probably kill, like, all of this mass. The hand cannons will help, but then you can add the light cav, the fully up, or light scout cavalry, I should say. Ooh, blue. Yo, dauT with the pincer motion. He's got all of this base set up in the south, and he's using it to kind of pinch green from both sides here. Trust me. I know a thing or two about pincer moves. Because I'm a crab. Fuck you for stealing Boom's content, you asshole. Fuck you for the trauma you cause. What? Boom is the best. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't steal any of Boom's content. We share content between ourselves freely. She's got a bunch of my memes. I got a bunch of her memes. And we literally send them to each other on Discord. So I don't know who you think you are or what. But you should just relax and enjoy the really cool settings in game we got going on. Because it's a pretty chill community. And I raid Boom all the time. Boom raids me. It's just more options for content for you. You should look at it the other perspective, in my opinion. The Hoofnies in the south with the hand cannons and halbs, combined with basically the same army in the north, just pinching through this. And Tutu's response to this is to make scouts. Maybe heavy Scorp? But then it just comes back to the Hoofnies over and over again, guys. How do you deal with the Hoofnies? I need Hukus. Teutons don't have light cav, or what is this? Yeah, I keep saying light cav Doko 11 and I'm just a potato. They have scouts. I'm just so used to saying light cav and hussar. So I'm not used to a player being imp with scout cavalry, all right? Give me a break. No! Why? All right, well, we got that batch of hand cannons, but we had to lose 2 siege onagers to get it. More Hoofnies going down. This is a messy fight, but in my opinion, it's going dauT's way. I mean, you look at the pop, and that's kind of a dead giveaway. Where's this one skirmisher? Look at him go! This is Greg the Skirmisher. Go, Greg! You can do it! Greg the Skirm. He's not very good, but he's trying. Sure, he's got +4 attack. This is a fully upgraded unelite skirmisher, guys. Fully upgraded unelite skirmisher. All right, no one can stop him. He's the boss. Everybody's got these new fancy guns. All right, this guy, he's still just hucking sticks around. Now they are on fire, so he did figure out that. Thanks to chemistry. Everybody else upgraded to a gun, and this guy lit a stick on fire. He's got 3 kills. It's Dave in the Canada Nations Cup team. This would be... He upgraded to elite. He upgraded his skirmisher to elite. He's got 1 skirmisher, but he's elite, guys. This is an elite skirmisher, okay? He upgraded the crap out of this elite skirm. You said fire sticks, right? dauT could trade with Aristocats market. That's true, Growing Turtle. Red's market still alive? Yep, it's right there. It's not even a horrible spot for a trade either. dauT could set it up from like here and then maybe cut a path to the market. I don't know. Probably not going to need it, guys. The way this is going, Tutu needs to pull something out of his hat. I don't know what it is, but unless it's another 70 Paladin, I think he's going to lose soon. Skirm got promoted for the 3 kills. He earned it. No! No, he's going to get hit! Run from the auditors! I'm so invested in this Skirm now, guys. My whole life is based around this Skirm. If this Skirm goes down, I'm going to be shattered, just so you know. Alright? The Skirm represents my hopes and dreams in life. He's fine. Stop stealing Skirm stop stealing elite Skirm content. Will do. If someone tells me how many O's... Oh, wait, no, I can just do this. I think I have a command for Boom. There you go. She has a built-in command in my stream. Put the king in the king pen? Oh, yeah. You guys want, like, StarCrafty kind of content that's like me? She's got lots of boom. She's got lots of booms. She's got lots of memes, too. There you go. Boom can take a shout-out. She mainly... These days, she streams mostly... She works with VTubers and Unreal Engine, but so if you want to check out cool memes on something that isn't on RTS, you should head over to Boom's stream. She turns herself into a cat. It's way better looking than my crab, let me tell you. Brat, do you ever send emails? Yep. Red win who second place? I think dauT. Wait, what, Dentis? Will Red get second place? No, there's no second place. There's only one person that moves on to the semifinals. This is the winner of this goes on to the semifinals and will play ACCM and who? Someone else. Yeah, oh, and Rapard. So if dauT wins, we'll have ACCM, Rapard, and dauT for the semifinals. That's gonna be great. That'll be insane. dauT's gonna push in here with the hand cannon Hoofknees mass. And don't count Tutus out yet. They're still making stabs at... Oh. And dauT is through to the semifinals. The Skirm died? No! No! When did the Skirm die? No! Steve! How did Steve die? Did he delete the Skirm? Skirm didn't die. Skirm did not die. Skirm did not die, chat. The Skirm did not die. He's right there, all right? Everybody calm down. You should have been more worried about the 5 men-at-arms that dauT queued up. Oh, man. Who was the champion for Wrang of Fire 3? That was actually Trundo of 1400, who came in through a semifinal with 5 out of the 9 semifinalists being 2K. And he actually had to beat a pair of 2K opponents twice to get to the finals last year. And Trundo is still in the tournament, as I recall. We'll actually go over to... Oh, wait. We'll show the stats first. We'll show the stats first. Apologies, guys. And then we'll go over to the brackets. Whoa, 63 raised buildings? Holy moly. That is insane. That is absolutely intense. That's crazy. By the way, guys, next Saturday and Sunday, semifinals and finals. So if you want to see the conclusion of dauT's run in Wrang of Fire 4, you got to come back here next Saturday, same time, same place, all right? And we'll be running the semifinals Saturday and then the finals on Sunday of next week. Yeah, it was a great set, Lawler. I agree. How much relic gold? 5,000. dauT, I think, had like 15,000 relic gold across this set, guys. Absolutely insane. And if you want to see more Wrang of Fire action, any more games today, I'm gonna take a peek at the clock and